Hello, my friends, and welcome to Youth Potential, a channel dedicated to helping young people with mental health problems. I have two books available, 102 Distraction Techniques and Self-Harm to Self-Harmony. Both of these books are only available on Amazon. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hello, my friend, Scott here representing Youth Potential. Thank you very much, guys, for voting on this video. This video got over 50% of the votes, and I knew when I put this poll up that it was going to win. It's an important subject that not enough people are talking about. It is being spoken about. Like, I've seen quite a few posts recently about people discussing this kind of issue, but I think it needs to be spoken about more, and I think there needs to be some clarity. There needs to be some more analysis about it. And since I saw people talking about this subject, I thought I should probably talk about this at some point. And you know me, guys, I like to think about things really in depth. I like to use my experiences. I like to discuss things with other people, draw some conclusions, you know, based upon some facts, some experiences, rather than just making any old thing up, okay? And I do think really hard when it comes to making these videos. When I put these notes together, I spend more time writing the notes than I do actually recording these videos. I have a really good think. So you say you don't want to get better. Well, let me tell you what I think. And please hear me out before you jump to any conclusions. So when you say you don't want to get better, I don't think you really mean that, okay? Let me tell you what I think you really mean when you say, I don't want to get better. Now think about it. Why wouldn't you want to get better? If it was easy as to click your fingers and you were better, I'm pretty confident you would do it. I know recovery isn't easy, but you saying you don't want to get better, I don't think that's true. I'm pretty sure you would love to live a life without these painful experiences, without these symptoms. You know, I reckon you'd love to have more optimism, more motivation, and a more relaxed mind, peace of mind, you know. I'm sure you'd want a clearer head. There was a long time ago where I didn't want to get better, or so I said to myself. But really, between the lines, what we really mean when we say, I don't want to get better, is that either you don't think you can get better, or you're afraid of getting better. And that's okay, okay? As I said, I've been in that frame of mind before, and I'm pretty confident everyone else has too. So why don't you think you can get better? Why does the idea of getting better seem impossible? Well, maybe you feel you don't deserve it. Maybe you think your symptoms are too severe. You don't have faith in the healthcare system or treatment. Or maybe the people around you don't support you enough. Now, reasons why you don't think you can get better, there are thousands, honestly. I've just named 4 that I think are quite common. But why are you afraid of getting better? Maybe you feel fake when you're not experiencing the symptoms. I know I felt that way before. You may think people won't take you as seriously because you're not experiencing the symptoms. They may think, oh, he's all right, he doesn't need to be engaged with, they don't need to be looked after, we don't have to be careful with them, we don't have to, you know, people might start treating you differently because you're not experiencing symptoms. Maybe you got so comfortable in your habits, in your routine, that change is scary. I know that, I believe that. I've felt like that before. And maybe if you haven't opened up before, that can be really scary as well. So just to reiterate, it's not that you don't want to get better. It's that you don't think that you can get better, or you're afraid of getting better. Now, you're welcome to argue with me as much as you want, but think about it. There's no logical reason for why you don't want to get better, okay? It just isn't. As I say, I'm sure you would love to not experience these painful symptoms. I'm sure you'd love more peace of mind, to have a clear head, to know what to do, to be optimistic, to wake up and feel good, to enjoy your life. I'm sure that's what you would want, okay? But yeah, it's easy to think that that's not possible. It's easy to be afraid of that change, of that difference. Therapy is scary, taking medication is scary, and it's a long process and it seems exhaustive. I really don't want you to think like this. I don't want you to believe that getting better is impossible. I don't want you to think that it is scary, okay? It's something to look forward to, okay? Now, I know it seems impossible, okay? But it isn't. Now, guys, if you haven't watched my video on recovery that I did recently, I want you to go and watch that after this video, because what I'm about to say is going to make a lot more sense. So you guys, you know I don't believe in recovery, not for quite a lot of mental disorders. Now, my philosophy for better living with mental illness is not to aim for recovery. And I do that because I believe that recovery puts way too much pressure on you. There's this high expectation of everyone that experiences mental illness that they've got to recover, okay? There are plenty of disorders that you don't recover from or can't recover from. And it's all about learning to manage the symptoms. It's about understanding, gaining that knowledge of the disorders. It's about understanding yourself, your behaviors, your thought patterns, and how to deal with the symptoms, you know, understanding what distraction techniques you can use. It's about being able to open up and talk to people. It's about being able to constructively express yourself. It's about accepting yourself. Okay, so you could be someone that is experiencing the worst of the worst, and to whoever you are, mental illness, you feel like it's affected you more than anyone, okay? That's okay, that's normal, okay? Mental illness is hard to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, borderline personality disorder, bipolar, eating disorders, self-harm, suicidal thoughts. It doesn't matter. They're all difficult to deal with, okay? Especially in the beginning, because you're not used to it and you don't understand as much. But when you say, I don't want to get better, that's not really the case, is it? I mean, if you could, hand on heart, be honest with yourself, you don't think it's possible, or you're afraid, okay? It's okay to be afraid, and it's understandable to believe that it's impossible, okay? I'm not asking you, as a result of this video, to aim for recovery, okay? What you do with your life is entirely up to you. Go and watch my video on why I don't aim for recovery, and that will explain what I personally think is the best way to live with mental illness. That's my decision. I'm not forcing you to do anything, okay, guys? I've tried aiming for recovery. I've recovered what I personally think was recovered, but really I was just suppressing a load of stuff. And then after 7 years, I just exploded into a massive relapse. But since relapsing, I've kind of figured it out and what I personally believe is the right way of living. Seriously, go and watch my Why I Don't Aim for Recovery video. I'll put a link somewhere in this video or in the description below to it, because you've got to watch it. Yeah, what I really want to get out of this video is for you guys to understand that it's not the fact that you don't want to get better, it's the fact that you either don't think it's possible or the fact that you're afraid of it, okay? Don't say to yourself that you don't want to get better, okay? Don't give yourself that false idea that you don't want to get better. Because I'm confident you would rather be able to be more in control of yourself, be more in control of your symptoms, be more in control of how you react to triggering experiences, okay? It is possible. I know what it's like, guys. You know, about 2 years ago, I had a nasty relapse, absolutely nasty. Tried killing myself a couple of times, got put in psychiatric wards a couple of times. But through all that, just through fighting, keep going and going and going, you know, just changing medications, seeing what works, different types of therapy, talking to people, analysing myself, doing this whole youth potential project, you know, just holding on for dear life. I've been able to get to a place where I've learnt from it massively. Okay, I'm not walking around saying that I'm, you know, I'm over it all. That's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is that I've learnt of a really good system for myself that I've put in place, and you'll have your own system for dealing with it, okay? And I'm much more at peace with myself. Don't get me wrong, I still self-harm from time to time, okay? Things happen and they get really shit and I can't deal with it, and yeah, but not all the time. I'm definitely more able now to say no to hurting myself. I'm definitely more capable of distracting myself. I know myself. I can prevent things before they happen. Not all the time, because no one is strong enough to avoid everything, okay? But I definitely have a better system for living and I want to be alive, okay? I would say I'm better now than I was 2 years ago. I'm not perfect, but I'm definitely say I've reached a more stable place. And that's what I want you guys to do, okay? It is possible. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching this. Go and watch my video on why I don't aim for recovery. It will help you come to a more informed decision about what you want to do, and you can understand why I don't think recovery is the right thing for a lot of people, okay? Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Leave comments below. I love reading your comments. They mean a lot to me, and I like to know your opinions. I really do value them, okay? All the best.